This is Olympic Dispatch. We got your SOS. What is your emergency? Search and rescue are en route.
So here on Sol Duc, we are correcting past mistakes. This time I got Benning Will with me, and she assures me she's going to direct me in the correct direction. She's the one holding the camera right now. Say hi, Christy. Hi! And we got our people coming, so we're going to shut off and get going.
It's just tree after tree after tree.
All right, it's not all rock climbing.
Sharpening those carbide tips there.
Yeah. We are past Sol Duc 4 camp. We finished climbing for now. We got more climb ahead of us. We're approaching Appleton Junction in maybe a quarter mile. But we've got a reprieve from climbing and just beautiful forest here. And I see other people coming the other direction. I am going to shut this off. We're coming up to the Sol Duc River Trail, Appleton Pass Junction. We're coming back down from our stay at Sol Duc Crossing. Seven Basin Lake to the left, Sol Duc Road, and exit out to the right. Appleton Pass up that way. Our fearless leader telling us which way to go. And it's 1,500 to 2,000 feet, pretty much straight up. So we're going to see how this works out today. That is it for now. We will film when we get something exciting.
This is Olympic Dispatch. We got your SOS. What is your emergency? Search and rescue are en route. Broken shoulder. We actually knew it was only dislocated, but the typist used the word broken. Are you able to walk? If so, can you start walking toward the trailhead? No, trail too rough. Okay. Search and rescue on the way. Tail gunner here. As you see, we've had a slight problem. We did a face plant by tripping over a rock and hit the embankment with my shoulder and apparently dislocated the shoulder. We made it down here back to the junction. We only were a quarter mile up, and I'm now waiting for the rangers to show up. So that is the update for now. Right, tail gunner here. I am all bandaged up and slung up. I am just hanging out here with my three new best friends. I'm going to swing it around. And these three guys came in, got to where we were sitting, got me slung up, and we are just doing a slow hike out this afternoon. So that is going to be the end of this trip. Channel-wise, probably going up the Queets in September with Benning Will. Benning Will and I actually had separate itineraries on this trip, as the original plan was for me to spend only one night on Appleton Pass and then head back out for work, while she spent a second night on Appleton Pass. So we had separate vehicles. So once the rangers arrived, she headed back up at Appleton Pass, getting there around 7 or 8 rather than before dinner as we had initially planned. However, on the way out, I then began rethinking the wisdom of driving with a dislocated shoulder an hour back to Port Angeles, and then started making other arrangements. A quick note of Garmin contacts. Here's an edited page of my Garmin emergency contacts. But Jean, my mom, is in her early 90s, and jumping in a car and running down a Forest Service road is no longer a viable option for her. Kate, on the other hand, was very involved in my rescue, but when she inquired with Garmin who else was in the loop, for privacy reasons, they would not tell her. She was not aware that my son was not in the loop. And it wasn't until quite late in the day she called my son and asked him if he knew what was going on, if he could help. We lost several hours in trying to just figure out who was in the loop and who could do what. Before your next trip, you may want to think about who's going to get that call if you press the SOS button. Rangers and I made it to the trailhead around dusk. My son left Seattle with his girlfriend around 6 o'clock, arrived at the trailhead about 11 p.m., and then we rode into the Port Angeles emergency room around midnight.